Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to share with you guys a book that I'm currently reading, which the title of the book is called The Magic of Thinking Big. You know, and the book is basically the author is basically talking about how you should have big goals and should be thinking basically think beyond what you think right now that you're capable of, because a lot of people are always saying they always look at the current situation, yeah, and they think, okay, you know what, this is what I'm currently haven't got the skills or haven't got the money or haven't got the connections to connect with like-minded people, and they always think that based on that or based on their circumstance, they don't think beyond that life has got for them. So this book, I think it's a really, really good book. It really makes you think outside the box, and the author has really outlined many different principles that he has stated within the book. That is, if you apply it into your life, you would have, you would see a lot of, different. You would see a lot more success than you're seeing right now. So, I think this book is really, really amazing. I thought to share with you guys in case you haven't heard about this book. Currently, I'm still reading a book at the moment. I'm a very, very slow reader in terms of, I read a couple of pages here and there, and then sometimes, I might not, I don't have basically the consistency of reading a couple of pages every other day, so life gets in the way, but I make sure that I don't purchase any other book until I finish this book. That's what I've done with my previous, the book that before this that I finished off. I made sure that I finished off that book before I purchased this one. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. Because there's always another books that comes into your mind. You're like, hey, let me just purchase that. But you always have to stay committed to the things that you're doing, and that's what I'm trying to do. Staying committed to reading and finishing off this book before I move on to another book. I always had the habit of not finishing off a book and stuff like that. So I'm really proud of myself that I did finish off that book, and that was the first book that I read from the front to the back, which is quite amazing. But it was an amazing book. That book also, if you guys want to know what book that was, it was called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Very, very good book. Very, very, very good book. You can search out for yourself and find out, purchase it. But other thing that I wanted to also, tell you guys is that you've got to be willing to invest in yourself. A lot of people, and this is a mindset I used to have. It's like, why will I invest in a book? Why will I invest in coaching? Why will I invest in a course? But I've realized that was a very, very bad mindset. You know, um, if you look at every other, uh, a great successful businessman, or any other, it could be not even a successful business person. It could be a person who's got, has been married for 40, 50, 60 years, and has got a family, a husband, has got a husband. She's got a husband, or she's got a wife. He's got a, he's got a wife, or she's got a husband. Um, and get to realize that those two people, those two couples, many people don't probably see it, but there's a lot of probably arguments they had and stuff like that, but they've grown throughout the years. So it's not only with business side, it could be a relationship, it could be spiritually, it could be, if you look at every other in those fields, if you look at those people that are highly successful, in those kind of things, then you realize that those same people had someone that they learned from, directly or indirectly, such as, me reading this book. I don't know personally who I've never seen physically the author of this book, but I'm reading his book, and that's the other thing that I want to talk about as well. Is just other thing that I want to talk about, which is legacy. You got to be thinking about 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the line. When when you leave this world, and what are you leaving behind. That's the other thing that I have to think about, is that what are you leaving behind, what kind of legacy are you leaving to your children, to the next generation, or to the people that are you know that haven't met you, but could really benefit from the work that you put in today. Or the so that's the thing that I wanted to kind of put out there, let you guys know that you've got to be willing to invest. Books, average person, I heard that the average person does not read any books. And that's very, very scary if you think of it, because you know if you ain't growing, you're dying, eh, basically. I mean, in terms of your growth, you're not growing. So in order to grow, you got to be learning. And this advice obviously goes back to me first. um, you know because I've got a lot of things that I'm working on myself. Instead of one of the things that I told before, which was staying committed to one thing, such as reading a book, finishing that book, instead of moving on to the next one. It's very, very easy to move from one thing to another thing, and that happens in business as well. Most people will jump into one type of business that's got the hype going on, and then later on they will jump to another business that a lot of people are talking about, and then another business that a lot of people are talking about. And I got to realize this throughout my journey, is that be committed, such as reading a book. Stick to stick to that book until you finish that book off. you know because you will hear about many other books, and you'll be like, oh my days, I want to get this one, I want to get that one, I want to get this one, I'm going to get that one. No, stick to one book, finish that book off. And once you do, you start to realize that it has made a big difference in your life, because anything else you do all right after that, whether it's reading a book or get into a business or getting into a relationship, is that you realize that everything, in order to gain the best things in life, is to stay committed to one thing, make that one thing work, and then move on to the next one if you want. But make sure that you stay focused, and if you're reading a book, finish off that book. Just wanted to say that. And this is the book I'm currently reading. If you guys want to know, if you guys wanted to know what good books to read, or you're looking for a good book to read in terms of personal growth and stuff like that, definitely, this is one of the books that I highly suggest. So that's it for me now. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you gain any value from this video, please comment down in the comment section. Let me know how this video helped you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care for now.